Thank you, Divya, for those lovely words of introduction. Respected Mahendra Pratap Joshi sir, Madam Preeta Joshi, Mr. Anand Kulkarni and Madam Kulkarni, Principal of the school, Mr. Kiran Kumar, staff of DAV Orient Gyan Mandir, Devapur, grandparents, parents, and my dear children. On behalf of DAV College Managing Committee, President Dr. Poonam Suri, who is a Padma Shri awardee, on behalf of Director Shri V.K. Chopra, on my personal behalf and on behalf of our entire DAV family, I extend a very warm welcome to all of you to join us in the first annual day celebrations of DAV School here today. It's indeed my proud privilege to be attending the function, having taken charge of ARO the day before yesterday. It was just 2 days before that I received my orders. And before I go into my speech, I would like to commend Aditya, who made that painting of mine in 48 hours. Congratulations, Aditya, on your talent. Children are surely a bundle of talent, and the new educational policy envisages a holistic development of children in their physical, mental, social, and emotional domain. So, as our Vedas and traditions call upon the development in the Panchakoshas of the body, the educational policy also envisages a change and development in children right from the age of 3, where they begin their nursery, until they complete their senior secondary education. They are children. The Dayanand Anglo-Vedic Public Schools, an institution which began in 1885 under the stewardship of the disciples of Swami Dayanand Saraswati, actually wanted to bring about a change in the ideology of youth in India when we were under the British rule. So, Dayanand Anglo-Vedic. The instructions of Swami Dayanand Saraswati, the teachings of Swami Dayanand Saraswati, given in the English medium of instruction, or to make the English medium popular with the Vedic tradition intact. So, Dayanand Saraswati wanted to make, the proponent of Arya Samaj, wanted to make everyone into an Arya. People have got different definitions of Arya, the Aryan invasion theory, which is actually not true. Arya is a person of character, of good character, moral standing and values. So DAV wanted to produce youth with good morals and values. So they thought, let us start a college. Then they realized that college is not the place where the seeds of value education are sown. It is actually schools. So though our parent body is DAV College Managing Committee, running over 900 institutions pan India with a university and Ayurvedic college and so many colleges to its credit, its maximum reach is to the schools of India. And in schools, we want to produce, or we want to create, men and women of caliber and character. That is the vision of DAV. We are indeed very, very grateful to the Orient group for having that trust in the DAV institutions and having approached us to take over the school in Devapur, and all the transitions being done. Today, the school is running full-fledged in the values and traditions that are set by DAV and following it. Now, it's not just the school that is important. The parent, the teachers, as well as the children, we form the three sides of an equilateral triangle. I'm a mathematician, so I'll speak in the language of mathematics. I say equilateral triangle because each side is equally important in the development of the child. It's not just giving birth to a child and sending the child to school. Parenting begins at home. The mother is the first teacher at home, and teacher becomes the mother in school. So when your children, young children, are at home, in their young age, in their young years, I know you are all very busy today. There is a lot of work to be done by a woman, whether she is a career woman or whether she is a homemaker. Please do not give gadgets as an option to your time with your children. I have seen in many homes, children are so busy with their iPads and phones and tabs that mothers will switch on the tab to feed the child, because feeding time is reduced to 20 minutes by the time the child sees one cartoon on the tab. And the child doesn't know what he is eating, whether he likes it or not, and whether his tummy is full or not. Please parents, मैं हाथ जोड़ती हूँ आप सबके लिए. Let the child make your floor or the dining table messy, but let him eat his food with his own hands, and let him know when to say stop to food. We find obesity in children nowadays because we overfeed. Today's children grow up in an age of excess. When they are born, they see a television, they see a two-wheeler, or they see a car, they see all gadgets, they see washing machines, they see refrigerators. So they think all this is automatically available around them. And something breaks, they will say, no problem, mummy, it's only 1,000 rupees, you can buy it again. You can go to the mall and you can buy it again. And malls are the biggest places that trap children. They will keep all the things in display at their eye level so that they can catch it. Up to the top racks, there will be nothing that it interests children. It will be at low level. So the child will go to the market, pick up a 2,000 rupee toy, and he will tell you, Mama, I want this. And then he will start stomping his feet and crying. And because you want to avoid social embarrassment, you will immediately spend 2,000 rupees and buy the toy to the child and bring it home. It will be a remote operated or a battery operated toy. The minute you come home, he plays for 2 days. The third day it gets broken and goes to junk. Please, as parents, give your valuable time by telling children stories. Take them to the market. When you speak to the vegetable vendor, when you talk to somebody, ask the child to observe. And then after you come home, pick up a conversation with your child. How was the market trip? Today, the 5 C's of the 21st century, among them, communication is one of the keys to success. It's not the degrees that children hold that matter. It's the way they communicate their ideas to others that gives them a place in society. Start speaking to children in the mother tongue. Teach your children the mother tongue and have effective communication time with children. Take them to a park, ask them to play, and ask them to narrate their experience. We become overprotective parent. We don't allow a child to fall. We don't allow a child to, get hurt. When we learned cycling, didn't we get hurt when we were young? What happened to us? Did we get admitted into ICU when we got a fall during our childhood days? We did not. So allow children to have their childhood normally. Your children are not descended from heaven. They are normal. Did your mother ask you what will go into your tiffin box when you went to school? We would carry one dabba, and what comes in that dabba, we will be so hungry by the time it's the lunch break that we open the dabba and we would eat it. But today's children, a first-class child will dictate what he wants in his tiffin box. He will order for pizza, he'll order for pasta, he'll order for something. And you as parents sometimes go on a guilt complex that maybe if he's a single child, I have to provide everything for him. Don't overstuff your refrigerator. One day keep only one green and one bangan in the fridge. Open the door and show the child, I'm going to cook this, you're going to eat this. Don't dance to your children's tunes. If you dance to their tunes today, tomorrow they will make you dance to your tunes, their tunes. You are parents. You have the authority of your child. Keep that authority in your hand. But, there's a big but. No verbal abuse, no physical abuse. If you get frustrated, go and bang yourself against the wall. Go away from the place, drink a glass of water. Your child is not your target of frustration. When you beat a child, unfortunately in India we do not have laws which will imprison us. The child keeps quiet, receives everything. Next day he'll come back to school and poke somebody in school. He'll tear somebody's shirt. He will poke somebody with the compass. Because he has to let his frustration out. So please, no beating, no physical abuse, no verbal abuse. And the third important thing, I don't know whether it is the problem in Devapur, but it's a big problem in Hyderabad. No sending children to tuitions. The tuition teacher will beat if the parent doesn't beat. NEP says the child should learn on his own and his skill sets to develop. We are going to transform Devapur school into an NEP model school with the training so that Kiran is able to apply for his CBSE affiliation within 2 years' time. We are going to do that. We are going to work on that. And we are going to work on the skill sets of children, on learning skill sets. So please don't force children. Let them learn at their pace. They are smarter than us. They are technologically greater than us. Alvin Toffler says, the illiterates of the 21st century are not the ones who cannot read or write, because everybody can read or write, but those who cannot relearn, unlearn, and change. So now we must be prepared to change our attitudes in upbringing our children so that children learn to reach greater heights. Please let Allu Arjun or Mahesh Babu or some other cine actor not be your role model, the child's role model. You as a parent, you as a father, you as a mother, your grandparents, your grandmother, grandfather are your true role models. I still remember my grandmother. I grew up in my grandma's house. She would wait for us at 4 o'clock in the evening to prepare the evening tiffin for us when we come back from school. Never did she say, oh, I'm frustrated with cooking. I don't want to cook. I will not cook a meal to my family. She was a karma yogi because she performed her dharma through cooking. The women of today, I plead you with two arms. Please cook for your children, because the meal you cook gives a lot of love. Please put an end to Swiggy and Buggy. Please cook for your children. Please make lovely dishes for them. Then they'll realize, oh, my mama is cooking, I also have to cook. Today's generation, young girls are asking, why should I cook? The first line for them in a marital proposal when they get, can the boy cook? Why should only I cook? Am I a maid servant in the house who's a paid servant to cook? These are the dialogues children are giving us today. Cooking is an inborn art that comes to every woman. I take pride in saying I cook my meal in my house every day at 5 o'clock because I have an 81-year-old baby, my mother at home, whom I feed every day. So every day I wake up at 5 o'clock. If I am in town, I make her food and then only I go to school. That is my karma, my discipline that I follow in my home. So my daughter sees me cooking, then she feels, oh, mama is cooking, so I have to do it. I find young mothers coming to me in school, I am a working professional, I don't have time to cook. Then I ask them, what am I? If you are a working professional, what am I? I also come to school at 7:38 in the morning and I go back at 5 o'clock. But I find time for my family, I find time to cook. Please find time. So, please parents, young parents, I might sound a little preachy. Don't take it as preachy. This is my 30 years of experience with parents and children that's speaking. My hair has simply not grown grey, just like that. I've tackled so many children and so many parents. So the family that stays together is the one that eats and prays together. Make your dinner time a family time for all of you. So once again, I would like to congratulate Kiran and the children for putting up such a wonderful show, which would not have been possible without the guidance of all the people working in Orient. Thank you, sirs, for your support. I would like to assure you that from DAV, whatever support can be given to Kiran to make the school into the best of its kind will be done from our end. I take great pride in enjoying the dances put by the children on our, three Army, Navy and the Air Force. Congratulations, children. That was a very patriotic and wonderful dance. And all the dances, the Ganesh Vandana and then the welcome dance and then the KG and the retro finally. And surely we are going to wait and watch for the rest of the programs. So once again, I will say 3 cheers to DAV. Hip hip. Hip hip. Hip hip.
Hooray!
Bharat Mata Ki Jai. Thank you.
DAV Zindabad.
Wow, that was indeed inspiring and boosting, ma'am. A massive thanks and heartfelt appreciation for ma'am's valuable wisdom and inspiring message. The sincerity and passion with which ma'am delivered message resonated deeply, provided guidance, inspired us and renewed our abilities. We are immensely thankful, ma'am, for enriching us with cognitive